I'm David White. I'm RF coordinator, and I do Ed's loop pedals on the Mathematics World Tour for Ed Sheeran, and we're here in Nashville, Tennessee. So yeah, on the stage, the systems we're using is all 6,000 receivers, 6,000 digitals, and we are using, I've forgotten the model of the handhelds. It is the SK. Okay. So we're using the SKM 6000 with 435 capsules and 945 capsules. The 435 capsules we found really robust and really good for Ed's main vocal. And also the pickup patterns nice and narrow for us with good rejection, which we need for in the round. We use the old 945 capsules because the slightly extended length in the grill is very good for when Ed's using that for looping as he beatboxes. So it just keeps his mouth away from the actual capsule itself a little bit more. But yeah, the 6,000 sticks. For all of Ed's guitars, we're using the 6212 micro belt packs. So they're really, really small slimline factor, which we love, so you can't really see them on stage. Also, you get fantastic battery life out of them, like 13 to 15 hours, which for us is absolutely fantastic. And we have 5 rotating guitar packs, 2 guest packs, and then up to 8 vocal mics for Ed, depending on how we're doing each song and what arrangement we're doing on the stage. 4 in-ears, we are 2000 series throughout, and we have 8 channels under the stage here for Ed Spare, guests, tech packs, and feeds. And then we have another 8 channels around the stadium for bands and the techs and everyone that services those, so we can have a good shout system that goes on as well as obviously listening and using the gig. So obviously Ed has multiple guitars and multiple loop mics that all need to be matrixed and fed to our looper systems. We have 2 main brains that run down under stage for redundancy. So what happens is all of the channels go into the front of house Q7, and they then get matrixed per song and then feed back through the Digico network into each of the loopers. So technically the looper only ever sees a guitar input and a vocal input, but the Digico network sums all those and matrixes out per scene to mean that they always see 2. That feeds the looper, and then Ed's got 8 channels of looper under there, for which he can solo select different things and put MIDI feeds into it from keyboards on stage or the wireless signals, and then he can mute those individually, again back out to the Digico system, and then that goes through our fiber optic network back down to the 2000 series for in-ear monitoring, and then out to front of house as well. So this current iteration of Ed's looper is called the Sheeran Looper. This is our 3rd version of building a custom loop pedal for him. There's a team that works together, that puts this together. We've got hardware guys, we've got software guys, project managers, and then like a team of us that implement and then keep maintaining on the road. So there was a new spec with this loop pedal, which was we wanted multiple devices on the network. So we have 5 loop pedals on stage for Ed, which are all completely in sync, which run wirelessly as well and battery powered, because the outside of our stage revolves, and that is a constant 360 revolution, so it never stops to spin the other way, so we can't get cables to it. So we've developed a system of wireless network where that transmits to the outside, outer revolve pedals, which all run on batteries as well. They've got about 16 hours runtime, so it's plenty enough for our show. And then in case anything goes wrong with that, our central pedal that lives in the middle of the stage, that is always hardwired through the lift with cables. So if anything happens with the wireless network, we have redundancy. All the loop pedals you see on stage, Ed completely controls. There's no backing track. Nothing is stored. So every time he starts a loop, everything is brand new. He controls it with his feet. And he is the maestro. He is the only man that can make it sound like that. All of the pedals are on stage are remoted and linked down to 2 computers down here that deal with the audio. So again, we've got redundancy there as well. Should anything happen with one computer and fall over, we can instantly switch to the other one without losing sync. So the idea is if there is a problem, the audience doesn't know at all. And that's what we try and build for him. Comms during the show, there's actually quite a lot that happens during the show because we've got all of the lifts that happen. So every time Ed receives a new guitar, which is most songs, the lifts have to come down. Trev, our guitar tech, has to get on the lift, go up. So we have to communicate with Kirsten, our lovely automation lady. She runs all the lifts to the stage. We also have to communicate with front of house to make sure they know which guitar's coming up. If there's a breakage or if there's a fault, what we have is a ClearCom comm system that we use, but we also tend to use a shout network as well. Just wired microphones through in ears. It's much nicer and clearer. And then we use the ClearCom for the wider network. So we have comm system over to both front of house positions, up into the halo above us during the show. There are 2 people in the halo for technical reasons. They're all on communication, so we can talk to them what's happening. And then, anyone else, stage management, see what's going on. We're all very communicative during the show. Everything's split down into channels, so there is a global channel for any errors, any show calls, anything that needs to happen now. And anything department-specific will either go through our talkback system or through the comm system on their own separate channel.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos just like this.